Hey everybody, this is Anthony from Anthony's Customs. I'm bringing you today a review of my newest custom. This is a Udon Taskmaster. This is the second one I've made, and if you saw one of the videos I posted a couple days ago, you'll know that I'm making a third one. But this is number 2, and it's very similar to the first one. It's almost identical. There are a few changes in the belt and then the shape of the pads, and then a few slight things here and there. I added a couple extra details to the face mask. Hopefully that picks up. It's hard to tell since it's white and a white background. But let's go ahead and get into the recipe. The base body is the face-off Punisher or 2-pack Nick Fury body, and a lot of sculpting. I sculpted all the pads on the legs, sculpted the feet, sculpted the arm things, the little wrist thingy that makes his shield and stuff, sculpted the whole face mask, sculpted the hood. This is the down hood. It's removable with a magnet, and then he also has the up hood, which obviously I can put his head in there, but I'll show you that in a minute. It's better if you don't drop it. Everything sits in place nicely with magnets, and most of the belts and straps were made from Mr. Sinister. Actually, just the chest harness, I'm sorry. Just the chest harness that was the old recipe. This time, the chest harness is made from Mr. Sinister cape straps, and then I used just a generic strap there with some texturing on it, some buckles. The belt was a Mr. Sinister strap. All these little straps on the legs I cut by hand out of neoprene sheeting, and then I just cobbled together some shoulder holsters with the neoprene sheeting, and these top pieces are Mr. Sinister cape straps as well. That pretty much covers the sculpt of it. He does stand just about 6 inches tall, almost exactly. He's got a single holster or sword holster thing on his back. I don't like using sheaths, as I mentioned in one of my other videos, because they're really ugly when you take the sword out. So I just put that little one on there to hold the sword in place. Obviously the sword is removable. I'll show you that in a minute. This is a modified, hang on one second. This is a modified Ronin sword, or hand ninja, whichever one you want to talk about. I cut it so that it has a square hilt, or tsuba. It's been repainted to match Taskmaster. He can hold it fairly well. It's not the best, obviously, since he has gun hands, but he does hold his sword. Well enough, anyway. Then, like I said, he has 2 of the shoulder holsters for his pistols, which were custom painted to give him the little pistol grip that matches his whole color scheme. Those both remove, obviously. He also has like a little SMG type gun, like an Uzi Tech 9 type of thing, and then a rifle, AR-15, whatever you want to call it. Another nice little feature of this guy is the wrist thing. He's got the little glossy yellow globe thing on his hand that is removable. If I can grab it, it's kind of small. There you go. It's removable. It's got a magnet in there, and then he also has his energy shield, which he's known for. It is a little replicate of Captain America's shield. It is translucent, and it has a magnet in it as well, so that it can be swapped out. And as I showed you earlier, he does have the alternate hood, so that you can have him look whichever way you want. The only way to get it on, really, though, you have to take the head off, obviously. Put the head in the hood, and then put them both on together. That allows for the hood to fit nice and snugly over the head without being too restrictive. Obviously, there's no side-to-side movement with that hood on, but there's only so much you can do if you want it to look right. Customer wanted it to look right rather than be connected to the head so that it could still move. So it doesn't move side to side, but it looks better that way. So there you go, there's that. And that's pretty much the rundown of the Udon Taskmaster. Let me get him in a pose as I talk a little bit more about him. This guy, the best, in my opinion, the best body to use is this one because it's a really generic kind of muscular build. It's not too thin, not too thick. The joints are easily trimmed, so there's not any paint rub anywhere. And I think it lends itself to Taskmaster very well. The Taskmaster we saw in the Legendary Riders series was kind of scrawny, built on that other generic body, which it wasn't a bad figure. This is the classic one I'm talking about, obviously, but I think it would have benefited Taskmaster to be on a thicker body like this one. So that's why I keep using the same body for this guy. I think it really suits him, and it just is a really nice looking body. I wish, hopefully, Hasbro starts using it a little bit more in the 2012 series, but we'll see about that, I guess. So anyway, there's the Udon Taskmaster number 2. Keep an eye out for number 3 in the near future. Some more reviews and more custom figures coming up as well. And as always, in the meantime, keep collecting.